Giudetto. I'm Christina, and I'm so glad that you're with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. We are going to do a segment called Label My Library. This is not started by me, but it was started by one of my absolute yarny besties, Sam, over at Memphis Makes. And I did reach out to her to see if I could use that phrase and do the segment on my channel. So I gathered up some of my Amigurumi books, and I'm doing some batch filming so that while I'm gone to the US, and probably a little bit when I come back because I'm going to be exhausted, and I'm coming back right around the time school's going to be starting. So yeah, I'm not going to have a ton of time. But I wanted to get some videos up so that there is content for you all. And you will still have live content from me in real time. I still will be doing my lives during the summer. So you'll be able to catch up with me that way. But I didn't want the channel to go down while I was away. So I hope that you enjoy this segment. And if you don't know what Label My Library is, if you've never been over to Sam's channel and you've never seen the video that I posted about this previously, Label My Library is where you gather your books that you have, and it could be any kind of book. It could be knitting, tatting. It could be anything that has something to make in it. It could even be a how-to on painting. It could be like an instructional drawing book, whatever, right? And you would label the things that you would like to make out of that book or magazine, right? So I have today Unicorns, Dragons, and More Fantasy Amigurumi. Now, I have made one thing out of this book. I've actually made this little guy right here on the front. His name is Koji, in a collaboration with Sam over at Memphis Makes, called Manfella versus Koji. So we did that together, and that is a playlist on my channel if you would like to watch it. So anyway, these are the creatures that are in this book. So Koji here will not count. So I cannot put him as something that I want to label to make. But what I want you to do, right, is in the comments, after I show you the things that I want to make, I want you to tell me in what order you think I should do them. And then what order would you do them in, right? If you were making these things, what order would you do them in? All right, so... and this is not going to be a book look, so like I'm not going to be showing you all of the things. I'm just going to be going through and saying, oh, I'd like to do that one. Oh, I'd like to do that one. And so I'm going to pick my top 3 or 4, and then we'll go from there. There's Koji. Oh no. Like the last part of the book just goes haywire. Okay, so let me go ahead and get my little flag here. I'm going to start from the back of the book and go forward. So we have... I have to do it this way, that way I don't show you a ton of the pattern. Or any of the pattern if I can help it. Kiki the Phoenix. So I, there we go. Is it gonna, let me get it off my face. Maybe it'll focus. Okay. So Kiki is a skill level of 2. Skill level of 2. But I'm very much mythology fan, as you'll see, as evidenced by my choices in this book. And then we have, let me put this one on here. So I have, so far, I have the whole collection of these unicorns, dragons, and more fantasy amigurumi books. So hopefully I'll be able to do all of them for Label My Library. But I've only made something out of 2 of them. So the next one that I want to do is Harriet the Pegasus. Skill level of 2 also. And the third one that I want to do, let me get another little flag here. This one is, sorry. Griffey the Griffin. And this is a 3 level of difficulty. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, you guys. Now it's crooked. You're lopsided. Okay. So we have Griffey the Griffin. If you can't tell, I do like mythology just a little bit. All these mythological creatures. I mean, I think that's the idea, but there are other things in here that I could have chosen. But this is a Meteor Books publication, and of course, as are the other 2 in this series. But I really enjoy Meteor Books amigurumi patterns. They are well planned, well written, and there are tutorial videos, not for the specific patterns, but for the stitches if you need help. And then you can also interact with, let's go to Griffey. So on the bottom of each of the first pages, you have this little QR code that you can go and interact. And like, if you don't want to do the colors that are in the book, right? So for example, for Koji, I used Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton, one of the rainbow cottons, because I made it for my daughter. So I definitely did not make it a green little dragon. But you can look at different ways that people have done the make. So I hope that you have enjoyed this Label My Library, and I would love to know if there's something that you saw, because I did show you all the characters on the back of the book. So if there's something that you saw that I didn't say that I would make, would you make one of those instead? But definitely please let me know in the comments what order you think that I should make them in, and what order you would make them in if you were making them out of the ones that I chose. So as always, be well, be safe, and be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!